Today's recipe is a lemon garlic tilapia, and the sauce is something I might do a little different next time, and I'll show you how here in a minute. The ingredients include milk or cream, chicken broth, parsley, salt and pepper, garlic, fresh lemon juice, butter, and tilapia. And I got this 50% off, so really cool. I got to save some money on that. And I added some risotto and some beans from my garden to make this a meal. For the risotto, this just comes from Aldi, super easy. You just dump it right into the measured out water, bring it to a boil, and cook it for about 15 minutes until all the water is absorbed. This is my shortcut. I had these in my pantry, so trying to use up what we've already got. So that's going to be our side. For the tilapia, go ahead and melt the butter in the pan, season the tilapia with salt and pepper, and then you want to cook it for about 3 minutes on each side. Once you hit that 3 minutes, go ahead and gently loosen it with your spatula. I don't have one of those fancy fish spatulas, so I'm just using a regular one. And just give it a flip and cook another couple minutes. Meanwhile, you can go ahead and juice your lemon. So I'm doing that here now while I'm waiting for the tilapia to cook. Now this is where I might do things differently. It was super tart, and so I actually ended up doing a whole lemon here, you'll see, but I think next time I would just do a half of a lemon on this one for the sauce. Now our tilapia is done, so I'm going to remove it from the pan and just set it aside. Another tip I would give you on this recipe is after you get your fish out of there, I did use like a spoon to scrape most of it out, but you'll see I left what was in the bottom, thinking of it kind of as like fond, which is usually the bits off the bottom of the pan you want to be there. And so I left it in there, and I would choose to wash the pan instead because it gave a strange texture to this sauce. Anyway, you want to put your butter in, melt that in, and then add the garlic, cook for about 1 minute. Here I'm adding the chicken broth, and then this is the part where we are going to condense the sauce. So we wanted to condense and reduce by about half, and this took, I'd say, about 7 minutes. And here's what it looked like. You can see I'm leaving trails as I stir, so it's nice and thickened up. This is when you add the milk or cream. I used just whole milk because that's what I had. The recipe did call for cream. Again, I don't know about the milk in this one. It sounded good, but instantly when I put it in my pan, it curdled. And that was very strange because there's no lemon juice in it yet. So perhaps maybe cleaning out the pan would have made a difference there. So here then I'm adding that lemon juice in and then adding in our seasonings. So here's the parsley and also adding salt and pepper to taste and giving it a good mix. You want to cook that down again just to reduce by about half. And here you can see what it kind of looks like. Again, just sort of like a chunky texture, so I wasn't a big fan of that. So maybe I'll try it again next time and see if I like it better texture-wise. The flavor was good, just the texture was a bit off. And then you're ready to plate up your food. So I am just plating this up for my 2 girls who are 5 and 2. Newsflash, neither one of them liked the fish. And then plating up for myself and my 14-year-old son. He actually really liked it, so good news there. Taking the sauce and topping the fish, again, another little tip I would say is to just use a little bit of the sauce. So a couple of the accommodations I would make is 1, using half as much lemon, 2, scraping the bits and cleaning the pan before starting the sauce after you cook the fish, and then 3, using a little bit less sauce on each piece. I just felt obligated to use all of it, and so ended up maybe using too much, and it was a bit overpowering. And then for this meal, I was making up that risotto that I had cooked from my pantry, and some garden beans that I just steamed up. These were frozen from my freezer right out of the garden this year, and so using those to add to my sides. I would definitely encourage you to give this a try, even if you're not a big fish lover. Tilapia is the least fishy of all fish, in my opinion. So give it a try and let me know what you think.